Greetings there in YouTube land, my fellow friends and family and YouTubers there in YouTube land. Today is August the 27th, Sunday, August the 27th, around 9 o'clock, 8:55, 9 o'clock, somewhere there. I don't want to make this a 20-30 minute video. I want to make this a lot of good info in about 15 minutes or less, 17 minutes or less. And this is not going to be really a major title or show and tell, which I'm going to be doing some showing and telling about some things here. But yeah, we could call this a rendition of show and tell, or today's current events, or a good title we can name this video is going to be. Let's see. That comes to my mind. Modern technology. That's what this video is going to be about. Modern technology versus old school technology. Good or bad? Modern technology, good or bad? Old school technology, hey, it was great in its day, and it still is today. Don't you forget it. Modern technology. Right off the bat, I'm going to say I like modern technology. I accept modern technology, but I don't have to embrace modern technology. And we're going to start right from the get-go as I ease right on into this video. Oh boy, what do we have here? A little bit of show and tell here now through all these objects here that I'm going to show. We have, a cell phone. Today, this is considered, well, today's standards, this is a modern technology. This is a modern, quote-unquote, smartphone. And you can do all kinds of stuff on this thing. Well, at least mine, I'm not hooked up to the Wi-Fi. I'm not hooked up to the internet on this. And I'll tell you why. Like I say, I accept modern technology in most cases, but I don't have to embrace modern technology. Now, like I say, on this smartphone, you can do lots. You can visit the web, World Wide Web. You can order stuff. You can pay your bills. You can buy stuff. Pictures, video clips, talk, text. That's what I like a phone for. Communication, talking and texting, and that's all I like a cell phone for. Emergencies, talking and texting. You know, days of the old landline phones. I know they're gone. They're still out there. Some people's old folks' homes, they're still out there, but they're gone. Okay, so the modern day technology, smartphones. But I prefer, and I talk and I text on here. But I'm eventually going to go back to the good old smaller phone. Slider phone, because I love the keypad, I love the tabs there, and I was just so much more used to that. It's small, it's sleek, it's not very thick, and I could put it in my pocket real easily, handily, and it's out of the way. I didn't have to clip it on a belt or look like there's an extra bone hanging off, extension of your body, it looked like there's another body part hanging off your hip bone there, So anyway, and this is, of course, you can see the size comparison. I prefer the smaller, cell phone, but modern technology, it can be good and it can be bad. It can be good, it can be harmful. There's people that be in their cars and trucks, vehicles on the road, texting on these things, and boom, instant gratification, instant accident prone. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, perhaps in a scenario when shit hits the fan, and this is like kind of like keeping up with the Joneses, and I'm ad-libbing here with this video. I'm ad-libbing here. I'm not anything I say is not scripted. I'm not reading off cue cards. I'm ad-libbing here, going with my thoughts here. Let's go with old school now. We're gonna go with old school stuff here. All right, so this is like keeping up with the Joneses. This is, cause I know this is not a landline phone, but this is what I prefer. It's an older slider phone, you know, and this is like keeping this cell phone right here, a smartphone, is like keeping up with the Joneses. Why do we in life feel like we have to keep up with the Joneses? We see the latest, greatest gadgets coming out, and it's like, oh boy, they've got one. Let's try it. It's new. It's modern technology. Yeah, okay, I accept modern technology, but I don't have to embrace modern technology. Okay, take your modern technology. When shit hits the fan someday, and someday it will, what do you prefer to have? Look, old Pistolero here. This phone someday, and shit hits the fan scenario, it's going to be obsolete. It's going to be rendered obsolete someday. Maybe not in my lifetime, but it will be rendered obsolete. So, this can't help you in a shit hits the fan scenario. You have to live off the grid. This can't help you at all. But guess what? The old Pistolero can load it with its 9mm and its laser sight and flashlight. Oh, but you say, well, that's not old school. That's modern technology. That's a modern day pistol. That's 14, 15 years old. It's modern day pistol and it's got laser sight. Suppose the batteries run down on that. Well, you know, still you can use the pistol, you know. But and like I say, and I'm a gun enthusiast. I accept modern technology, and that's equipped high-tech pistol there, and I accept it. And I'm a gun enthusiast, gun collector. I accept it. And I embrace that because I'm a collector, a gun aficionado. But suppose that all went down, you know, right there, and it quit. It became inoperable for some reason. It became inoperable. Well, guess what? You can go to old school technology. The revolver of old, back in the late 40s, early 50s, Smith & Wesson. This is, my friend, this revolver here, this gun right here, handgun here, is never, ever going to become obsolete. This one, you put the 5 rounds in it and go pull the trigger or cock the hammer and go boom, 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 boom all the time, and pretty much never fails you. So this is old school technology, and you can sometimes go back to old school technology. It will never hurt you. It will never fail you in times of shit hits the fan, living off the grid scenario. You pack this, and you've got like 1,000, 2,000 rounds of 38 S&W caliber ammo, which is equivalent to the size of 9mm. This will never fail you. This will never fail you. It's low on power, about 600-700 feet per second, but good enough to kill a man. Okay. Enough about that. That's old school, right? More old school technology right there, and I definitely embrace old school technology. Oh, okay. We're gonna go a little bit further here. Now, again, modern technology is great. I love the modern technology, high-end modern technology that our armed forces use to serve and defend, protect our country and our men and servicemen and women abroad. I love that modern high-tech technology right there, you know. But today's high-tech modern technology here within our country, we can sometimes do without it. You say, well, okay, well, you know, we can even go back further. You know, today, guess what? Today we have high-tech flashlights. We sure do. We have high-tech flashlights. You know, and that's cool. It's latest, great, one of the latest, greatest modern day, you know, we've had flashlights going back for years and years and years, but that's a high beam light you can put out there, you know, with the rifle, high-tech rifle, whatever, and that can scoot you, see your target. Well, many years ago, these flashlights weren't out there, weren't invented. These weren't out there. So guess what? What did you know, you had your little matchboxes. You had your wooden stick matches for right many years, and you just simply had your fire. Oops, sorry, I dropped a few matches. But you had your fire. You could start a fire out in the cold, out in the wilderness, and you had, like I said, you had your fire. You had your light, your capability of starting a fire to keep warm by burning firewood, or better yet, guess what? The advent of the kerosene Yeah, the kerosene oil lamps. You know, that flashlight, you're going to run out of batteries. The electricity goes out. What are you going to do? Guess what? You got some kerosene. Or the Bible says, the Bible says, keep your oil lamps lit. Keep your lamps lit. And guess what? Throughout my home here, I have kerosene oil, antique kerosene oil lamps. And I got oil. I could buy some more kerosene oil and have it on hand. When electricity goes out, shit hits the fan, you're living off the grid, so to speak, then I've got light. I've got old school technology. That was modern technology back in the day. Old school technology will never, ever fail you unless you run out of kerosene oil. But guess what? You're gonna run out of batteries. If you've got no electricity, you can't charge these batteries. These phones will become obsolete. Trust me, you can't charge them up when shit hits the fan. No electricity at all. Trust me, that shit's gonna happen someday. Guess what? I'm a little bit more prepared than millions and millions and most millions throughout the whole wide world. I could be a little bit more prepared, but hey, that's okay. I'm more prepared than millions and millions and millions of. I've got supplies. I got food. I've got water. I've got, liquids to live off of, sustain myself or whoever my family might be, in the future or whatever. But do you get my point here? I dropped some matches all in the floor, but I can get them up. That's no big deal. I can get them. Just dropped a few matches there. So you get my point, people. I don't want to make this a 20-minute, 30-minute video. I'm going to try to keep this under 17, 15 minutes. Modern technology is good. Modern technology is good. It's great if it helps to serve the masses worldwide. Well, what happens when that modern technology goes kaput and it becomes obsolete? And someday, I might not live to see it because I'm 55. Someday it will and can and will perhaps happen. When all shit breaks loose and hits the fan and this world's getting close to ceasing to exist in terms of living, and it goes back to what? Old school technology. You can never ever outdo old school technology. Maybe in the modern time and the modern day you can for a little while, but when all shit hits the fan, breaks loose, and you're down to living off the grid, you've got old school technology. Look, I'll have my light, as the Bible says. I'll have my lamp and my oil, and it will be lit to see, to walk around from room to room like our ancestors, our grandmothers and grandfathers used to. For communication, I won't need to communicate other than walking to a neighbor perhaps and helping them with some of their needs, or them helping me with some of my needs, trading and bartering or whatever. That's as most communication that you'll need to do for the most part. That's all the communication you'll need to do is within your immediate living quarters or your immediate neighbors. Like I said, I can make this an hour-long video, 30-minute video, and I'm not going to because it's just too much to worry with to put on YouTube. But think about it. Old school technology will never ever be outdone by new modern day era high-tech technology. It will never ever happen. It's good. It's because it's a fad. It's a growing thing. You see people on these new cell phones, and it's the latest and greatest thing. Keeping up with the Joneses, and you're not gonna have that newest BMW, that newest Jaguar, or whatever they do. What newest Cadillac, whatever. But they're just growing fads, and they grow out. They become obsolete in time because old school will never ever be outdone when shit hits the fan scenario occurs, having to live off the grid. So I'm going to leave you with this message, and a very, very important message. Keep your oil lamps lit if you got any, and you'll always have light. Hey, maybe the light of Christ. That's even better. Okay, signing out here with Jeff Elliott on YouTube here. Thank you.